Instead of answering, Margarita collapsed on the sofa, burst out laughing, waved her bare legs, and only then cried out. I can't. I can't. You should see what you look like. Having finished laughing, while the master bashfully pulled up his hospital drawers, Margarita became serious. You unwittingly spoke the truth just now, she began. The devil knows what it is, and the devil, believe me, will arrange everything. Her eyes suddenly flashed, she jumped up and began dancing on the spot, crying out, "How happy I am! How happy I am! How happy I am that I struck a bargain with him!" Oh, Satan, Satan! You'll have to live with a witch, my dear. Then she rushed to the master, put her arms around his neck, and began kissing his lips, his nose, his cheeks. Strands of unkempt black hair leapt at the master, and his cheeks and forehead burned under the kisses. And you've really come to resemble a witch. And I don't deny it, answered Margarita, I'm a witch and I'm very glad of it. Well, all right, said the master, so you're a witch, very nice, splendid. And I've been stolen from the hospital, also very nice. I've been brought here, let's grant that, too. Let's even suppose that we won't be missed, but tell me, by all that's holy, how and on what are we going to live? My concern is for you, and I say that, believe me. At that moment round-toed shoes and the lower part of a pair of pinstriped trousers appeared in the window. Then the trousers bent at the knee and somebody's hefty backside blocked the daylight. "Aloysie, are you home?" asked a voice somewhere up above the trousers, outside the window. "There, it's beginning," said the master. "Aloysie?" asked Margarita, going closer to the window. "He was arrested yesterday." "Who's asking for him?" "What's your name?" That instant the knees and backside vanished, there came the bang of the gate, after which everything returned to normal. Margarita collapsed on the sofa and laughed so that tears poured from her eyes. But when she calmed down, her countenance changed greatly, she began speaking seriously, and as she spoke she slipped down from the couch, crept over to the master's knees, and, looking into his eyes, began to caress his head. "How you've suffered, my poor one. I'm the only one who knows it. Look, you've got white threads in your hair, and an eternal crease by your lips. My only one, my dearest, don't think about anything. You've had to think too much, and now I'll think for you. And I promise you, I promise, that everything will be dazzlingly well. I'm not afraid of anything, Margot, the master suddenly answered her and raised his head, and he seemed to her the same as he had been when he was inventing that which he had never seen, but of which he knew for certain that it had been, not afraid, because I've already experienced it all. They tried too hard to frighten me, and cannot frighten me with anything any more. But I pity you, Margot, that's the trick, that's why I keep saying it over and over. Come to your senses. Why do you have to ruin your life with a sick man and a beggar? Go back. I pity you, that's why I say it. Oh, you Margarita whispered, shaking her disheveled head, oh, you faithless, unfortunate man. Because of you I spent the whole night yesterday shivering and naked. I lost my nature and replaced it with a new one. I spent several months sitting in a dark closet thinking about one thing, about the storm over your shale aim. I cried my eyes out, and now, when happiness has befallen us, you drive me away. Well, then I'll go, but you should know that you are a cruel man. They've devastated your soul. Bitter tenderness rose up in the master's heart, and, without knowing why, he began to weep, burying his face in Margarita's hair. Weeping herself, she whispered to him, and her fingers trembled on the master's temples. Yes, threads before my eyes, your head is getting covered with snow, ah, my much suffering head. Look what eyes you've got. There's a desert in them, and the shoulders with their burden crippled. Margarita's speech was becoming incoherent. Margarita was shaking with tears. Then the master wiped his eyes, raised Margarita from her knees, got up himself and said firmly, "Enough. You've shamed me. Never again will I yield to faint-heartedness, or come back to this question. Be reassured. I know that we're both the victims of our mental illness, which you perhaps got from me, well, so we'll bear it together." Margarita put her lips close to the master's ear and whispered, "I swear to you by your life, I swear by the astrologer's son whom, you guessed, that all will be well." Fine, responded the master, and he added, laughing, of course, when people have been robbed of everything, like you and me, they seek salvation from otherworldly powers. Well, so, I agree to seek there. Well, there, now you're your old self, you're laughing, replied Margarita, and devil take you with your learned words. Otherworldly or not otherworldly, isn't it all the same? I want to eat. And she dragged the master to the table by the hand.